Going live right now to talk the Oscar nominations. This is going to be a fun one, of course, guys. And this is the Popecast as well. This is my brand new podcast that I love to talk about movies in general and just kind of my time to relax back, take some of your guys' viewer questions at the end of the show, while also at the same time just discussing movie news and content, all of this types of stuff. And this is a kind of different set, so I'm here. I'm happy. I got my Baby Yoda shirt on. Yeah! But this is going to be a fun one, guys. So welcome to the second episode of the Popecast. Again, we will be going over my final 2020 Oscar nomination reactions. And at the end of the show, I will be taking all your live viewer questions inside the live chat. Now, if you do send in a super chat, they are very much appreciated, and I will get right to them the second I see one goes up. And I also want to say that I will be diving into, again, your live chat stuff at the end of the show. So I'm going to go through, do my regular stuff, and then get to you guys as well. This is going to be a fun one, guys. But, of course, I got to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters, because without you guys, I really wouldn't be able to do this. So shout out to Alex Comstad, Andy Funk, Ashley Pichelle, Donnie Newbert, Jaron Williams, Jed Elias, Justin Watches Movies, Mary Lou, Rachel Wagner, and Susan Oakes. The description down below is, features all of their YouTube channels, letterbox accounts, whatever they wanted to show, and you guys should definitely go subscribe to them. And just a big thank you to you. I see a lot of you guys are already joining in the chat, so thank you so much for joining in. Again, make sure, again, if you guys are just joining in, hit that like button, and if you guys are watching this later on the replay, or if you're listening to this on the audio-only version, thank you again, and make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your predictions are as well. That's what's going to be fun about this whole entire show. So again, I already said the layout for people who are joining in. I'm going to go over my Oscar predictions. Not all the categories, majority of them, but, you know. Then we're going to kind of go through some movie news that happened over the week, and then, of course, just kind of get straight into this whole entirety thing. I hope a lot of you guys are having a great Sunday morning. I do want to say, though, something that, my grandpa passed away, and I wanted to kind of dedicate this show to him. Found out yesterday that he passed away, so rest in peace, Papa John. You were the man, and just want to kind of give a little bit of thing that he loved all this sorts of racing stuff, the Green Bay Packers, and you know, it's cool. And in the year that Ford v Ferrari came out, it's really cool to see. Like, I wish he would have been able to see it. That's the truth. But I know he's looking down. He's looking down while I'm doing this live stream. So it's gonna be fun in that part. Thank you again for all your guys' condolences. I know some of you guys reached out to me on Instagram, and yeah. So you know, let's just get to the show. Let's not get too depressing here. Yeah, so let's start with best cinematography. This is kind of one of the tricky ones. Now, I don't want to say particularly that this is the overall, this is what you must like. These are my picks. Some of them I just have a solid 5. I don't have any more than that. I could have some honorable mentions in there too. And tomorrow, the Oscar nominations do get announced, so I will be going live to give my reactions to them tomorrow. So do look forward to that. That's going to be a really fun video to get into. And I did it last year, and a lot of you guys got very interactive. I literally just sat back, had the audio going. We had a nice discussion in the live chat. When something came up, I reacted to it. It was very, very much fun in that fact. So I'm looking forward to doing that again tomorrow. But coming in at my best cinematography, my picks for the nominations is 1917, The Irishman, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. These are my 5 that I think will definitively get in. I do think, though, there is a chance on 3 other films getting in. That is The Lighthouse, that is Little Women, and that is also Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I know many people aren't looking at that film, but I'm telling you right now, that film could be a big surprise at the Oscars. I'm telling you right now, it could be a very big surprise at the Oscars. Same with The Lighthouse. I know we're not getting a lot of buzz about it, but there's something about those ones. Next one moving in would be Best Score. This would be 1917, Joker, Marriage Story, Little Women, and Us. These are the ones that I think are going to actually get in. Wait. Yeah, 1917, Joker, Marriage Story, Little Women, and Us. Now, I think another film that has a chance of getting in is Parasite. I put Us in there because they were really heavily marketing Us for your consideration. And I actually really do think it's still going to get in. Even though it's kind of missed out on all the other awards, I have a feeling that this is going to be the one that really gets in. And then I see someone just put in Rise of Skywalker has a great score. That is also true. I think Rise of Skywalker has another great chance of getting into the Oscars as well. Again, it's gonna be a tough year. But I think right now the front runner is Joker. That's personally my favorite pick between that and 1917. Marriage Story, it's gonna be cool to see the Newmans go after it. But I really like Michael Abels. I just want us to get a nomination. I did see someone again says Star Wars. I think Star Wars does also have a possible chance of getting in. I would also say they really pushed Bombshell. They really pushed Bombshell as well. Bombshell's another one that could get in. Um, but yeah, these are my 5 picks: 1917, Joker, Marriage Story, Little Women, and Us. Moving into the best animated feature category. Now, my number 1 pick's Toy Story 4. Frozen 2, Missing Link, How to Train Your Dragon, and I Lost My Body. And I have not seen I Lost My Body, but I heard it's awesome. I heard it's amazing. How to Train Your Dragon, it's great. It's a great movie. Missing Link actually surprised everyone and won the Golden Globe, which was, might I say, quite surprising. And Frozen 2 I thought was decent. I liked it. But Toy Story 4 is my personal pick to even win the whole thing. Will it win? No. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know after the Missing Link one. I still think Toy Story 4 is gonna win, but I've heard I Lost My Body's incredible. I've heard, How to Train Your Dragon has a chance. Frozen 2. All these films have a chance. In fact, I actually think even other films like Claws and whatnot could actually find their way in here. I see someone saying Ruben Brandt. 100% agree. The fact that Ruben Brandt probably won't even get it looked at is insane because Ruben Brandt was like one of the best films of this year. If you haven't seen it, someone reached out to me and told me it is on Netflix. I reviewed it way earlier in the year, and you guys should definitely go check that out if you haven't. And then also looking into the live chat, I see someone says The Lion King was amazing visually, and I saw someone said, I really hope Endgame wins one. That's another thing. I think Endgame has a chance getting into best score because Alan Silvestri's score is incredible, and I didn't mention it because I still think Us has the better chance, but man, you were completely right in that whole entirety. I see another one person says, Zach Pope, your thoughts on Oscars foregoing having a host once again. So yes, so if you guys don't know, the Oscars did announce that they will not be having another host this year. And again, I see there are 20 of you guys in here. Why do we only have 7 likes? Guys, come on. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here. And if you're not, just still hit that like button. That way we can get my Oscar. Yeah, I have my own Oscars all the way to the top. Bam! But yeah, so a lot of people are asking me what my thoughts are on the host not having a host. I thought it worked perfect last year. I really thought it worked perfect last year, so no complaints from me. I'm actually all for it. Yeah, 100% all for it. I really hope it works out in the end of the day. Last year when it was swell, it kind of went faster, so I hope this kind of the same thing. I think it just depends who's directing and choreographing everything that's kind of going be on behind the scenes. Moving on to my next one, we have Best Foreign Film. So Best Foreign Film, we have Parasite, Pain and Glory, Les Mis, Atlantics, and Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Now, the only one I've actually not seen on this list is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I didn't get a screener for it, and yeah, I missed it at the Scottsdale Film Festival, sadly. This was the one movie that like I've been like dying to see. For me though, I have a feeling Parasite's gonna win it. Same thing. They just didn't push it. I also think Pain and Glory has a chance though. And I'll say this. I know we said the same thing for Roma. If Roma wouldn't have won Best Foreign Film last year, it would have won Best Picture. Same thing's gonna go for Parasite. If Parasite wins Best Foreign Film, it will not win Best Picture. And if maybe it could be different. But that's the honest truth for me in that part. I think Portrait of a Lady on Fire does have a chance, and I think Pain and Glory also has a chance as well in that whole category. Coming into Best Original Screenplay, it's going to be Knives Out, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and Booksmart. I really think Booksmart's going to get the nomination for Best Original Screenplay. I think Booksmart is one of those underrated ones coming out. Same with Knives Out. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but those are my 5 that I think are really going to get in there, really surprise us. Just how like Cold War surprised us last year in many of the different categories, which I'm sure not a lot of you guys got to see Cold War. If you didn't, go check it out. It is a beautiful. Honestly, I liked it more than Roma last year. I loved Cold War. I loved everything it did. The cinematography in that film was outstanding and some of the best of the year. And that's also why I go back to why The Lighthouse could also get into best cinematography, because of that reason that the freaking Cold War got it. And I didn't think anyone got Cold War. Oh, someone said Portrait of a Lady on Fire wasn't France's submission, so it can't get nominated there. Wow. That's insane. Thank you for letting me know. That changes a lot of stuff that I did not know. That is insane. That is stupid. What did they put in? Les Mis? That's dumb. That's stupid. But Best Original Screenplay, I think it's going to end up being Booksmart, Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Marriage Story, Knives Out. I think the front runner for this, though, is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think a lot of us know that it is the front runner for this whole thing. Going in, and I see someone just said it was Les Mis. That's dumb. Les Mis was good, but I mean, I'm assuming Portrait of a Lady on Fire is even better. Jesus Christ, that's so stupid. Thank you for letting me know, live chat. This is why I love the live chat, because they let me know stuff that I don't know. Going into my best adapted screenplay now. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I have Little Women, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, The Farewell, and The Two Popes. Now, I think The Two Popes could be this is adapted. I'm stupid. I was thinking original. So, I love Jojo Rabbit. I love Jojo Rabbit. I love The Farewell. I love The Irishman. I love The Little Women. And honestly, I didn't do a review for The Two Popes, but the more I thought about that movie, the more I've liked it. I didn't love it, but the script for that was really strong. So, when it comes to best adapted screenplay, I think the frontrunner for this is Jojo Rabbit. I think Taika's going to walk away with some award. And if he doesn't, I'll be shocked. But I also think The Farewell is probably the dark horse in here. I think Lulu Wang did such a great job in The Farewell. It's one of my favorite films of last year. I think it was my number 3. And if you didn't get to see The Farewell, definitely check it out. It's so freaking great. The Irishman was another great screenplay. And Little Women, like what Greta Gerwig would do with that story and made me actually care about it, is quite fascinating. And I've never actually cared for the Little Women story, but she did something so fascinating with it that I actually did end up caring about it. And I love what she was able to do with it. So I'm really, really excited for this. And just honestly, I just want Taika or Lulu to walk away with an award. Maybe even Greta. I mean, I'd be all good for them. And I would just be excited to see what they do with it. Let's move into Best Supporting Actress. Now, this is going to be a tough one. I have Laura Dern for Marriage Story. Looks like she's the front runner and most likely will win the award, sadly. I think she's a great actress. I love Laura Dern. I just don't think she deserves the Oscar for Marriage Story. I liked Marriage Story a lot. In fact, I loved most of it. But she was the one part that didn't work for me. My next one is Florence Pugh for Little Women. Zhao Zhao Shuzhen from The Farewell. I'm probably mispronouncing that a lot. I want her to get nominated. In fact, if I were to choose who wins this award, it'd be her. I again, the Farewell spoke to me so much, and I want her to win that fucking award so bad. Like, I really do think that, excuse my cussing, like, I didn't mean for that to come out, but I really want Zhao Zhao to win. Zhao to win. I think she was phenomenal in The Farewell for never really acting. And again, goes back to what happened with Roma last year. We got 2 Oscar Award nominations for acting last year for Roma, and some that we didn't even think were going to happen. I think this is one of those ones that if it doesn't happen, it's kind of a shame. Next one we have is Margot Robbie for Bombshell. But I also think Margot Robbie, if she doesn't get it for Bombshell, she'll get it for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And the next one is Jennifer Lopez, Hustlers. This is another one that I'm kind of iffy on, but I think, like, out of the 5 strongest performances, these are the 5 that really stuck out to me. Don't be surprised if Nicole Kidman gets in there either for Bombshell. Again, that's another great film that easily could fill that lost spot. Yeah, but I mean, so I think Laura Dern, I would love Florence Pugh one as well, but Zhao has my heart. I want her to win. Florence Pugh's probably next in line, same with Margot Robbie or Jennifer Lopez. Again, I like Laura Dern's performance. I just don't think if we're talking about Laura Dern, she was way better in Little Women, in my opinion. Moving into Best Supporting Actor, we have Brad Pitt, Joe Pesci, Pacino, Hanks, and I actually think he's going to get the nomination, Song Kang-ho from Parasite. He was phenomenal in there. Now, if he doesn't get it, I think Anthony Hopkins gets in for The Two Popes. Could be completely wrong. Could become someone completely else. But I think Brad Pitt's the front runner. Same with Pesci. Hanks was incredible in Beautiful Day. Pacino was great in The Irishman. But I'm really fingers crossed that Song Kang-ho Parasite gets in, and yeah, I really want that. And I see Lindsay13 in here says that she hopes that Scarlett Jo for Jojo Rabbit has a decent shot, and that's another one. I haven't mentioned that Scarlett Johansson does really have a great shot of getting in for Best Supporting Actress, because she has had a phenomenal year. Like, she has had a phenomenal year for what she's done, and if anyone's gonna get in, it's gonna be her. It's gonna be her. And I even think, like, Sam Rockwell was incredible. Another one that could possibly get in, too, is Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell. I don't know. But again, best supporting actor is going to be pretty stacked. And best supporting actor again, Brad Pitt, Pesci, Pacino, Hanks, and I'm telling you, Song Kang Ho is going to get in. I would love for it. I see another person in the chat saying Willem Dafoe all day. I'd love Willem Dafoe to get in for the Lighthouse. That is another one that could possibly get in. Brad Pitt is going to win. He was excellent. I agree. Brad Pitt was excellent. I think he could get in there as well. Jordan Morgan, hi, just getting in. How many categories have I missed? You've only missed like 3, but just check it back on the replay. I'll also be going through by the end of this to kind of reiterate what I've done, so don't worry too much for what you missed. I need to get my prediction video up as well. I haven't even filmed it yet. Hey, film it today. You got till today to do it. That's how I always tell. But let's move into Best Actress. My Best Actress picks is Renee Zellweger for Judy, Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story, Charlize Theron, Bombshell, Saoirse Ronan, Little Women, and Awkwafina, The Farewell. I mean, my choice is Scarlett, but at the same time, I wouldn't care if Awkwafina won. She was incredible in The Farewell. Renee Zellweger, if she wins for Judy, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. I didn't even finish Judy. I watched parts of it, and I thought it was just fine. It's a decent movie. Like, she's good in the role. But I think it's going to be kind of the effect with Glenn Close last year for The Wife, where she got nominated, but that film got nominated for nothing else, and she didn't end up winning the Oscar. Olivia Colman did, which is actually why I'm going to say that Awkwafina wins this award. Because The Farewell... Now, if she doesn't get nominated, then I'm completely wrong. But I have a feeling just how, like, Lady Gaga... It seemed like Lady Gaga and Glenn Close were the front runners last year, and then Olivia Colman came out of nowhere and won it. I think that's going to kind of be the same thing that happens in this whole entirety this time too with Awkwafina. I think Awkwafina has a major chance. And also going into the live chat, I see a lot of you guys are saying Scarlett all the way, Judy Garland. I would love to see Scarlett or Saoirse win for Best Actress. Saoirse's due. I mean, she's the Jennifer Lawrence right now. She's incredible. I loved her in Brooklyn. That's still my favorite performance by her. But she was great in Little Women. They're suckers for the biopics. That is true. They are suckers for the biopics. But it's also more diverse Oscar Academy that we saw last year. So, do you think ScarJo's popularity with Marvel could help her when I actually think Awkwafina can win too because of her popularity? I think popularity can help, but in the long run, I think it really does come down to performance. And we also got to remember that Awkwafina is actually going to be in a Marvel film, Shang-Chi. Really excited for that movie. I'm more excited for it because of her, the director, and the cat. Just, god damn, that's going to be a great movie. And, yeah, Scarlett Johansson's had a great year. Tobo Fett, Judy, just a bland biopic with a good performance. I agree from what I saw. Scarlett deserves it, and the casual fan, I think it's between Awkwafina, Scarlett personally. I love both of their performances. Too. Absolutely incredible. And that's where I said, Joseph says, I want Lupita to get in. So, I do have 2 iffies that could get in, which is Lupita and Cynthia Erivo for Harriet. Personally, for me, if you've followed my channel, you guys know I did not like Harriet. I thought it was a total waste of time. I really didn't like it. She was good. But a good movie goes... same thing with Judy. It goes a long way. And I don't think it'll work. And then Movie Central, Zach, will you be going questions at the end of the Q&A? Yes, I will be doing questions at the end of the Q&A. So throw in your questions if you want to. I'm going to run through the chat by the end of this. And David, Just Mercy better get nominated for something because it was very good. That is another one. And again, Jamie Foxx could possibly get a nomination. I think if anyone's going to get one, it's going to be him. But, and someone just said Harriet became a Marvel superhero with Spidey senses. You are absolutely correct. She had literal Spidey sense. I get it was like God in the movie, but the way they made it look was Spidey senses. And it's quite disappointing to say how they did that all. Again, if anyone gets bumped out of here, I think it's Sorcerer Awkwafina, personally, for Lupita or Cynthia. My gut says Lupita, but my heart says Lupita, but my gut says Cynthia's going to get in. They're going to go for a... They're always trying to be diverse in the Oscars. That's just the truth. They're always going to try and be diverse if they can, and I don't like to think that that's how they're going to go, but they are. And, again, Cynthia Erivo was good. I think she's a fantastic actress. I think she was great in Bad Times at the El Royale. She was fantastic in Widows. And I won't be pissed. I won't be totally pissed if she gets nominated, but I think Lupita Nyong'o gave, top 3 performance of the year last year. Personally, if I were to rank my favorite performances, it would be probably Awkwafina. Probably Scarlett Johansson, Awkwafina, Lupita Nyong'o. Maybe switch those around a little bit, then throw in Charlize Theron and Saoirse Ronan. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely an incredible year for film. Someone said, Harriet became a Marvel. Yep. The Dark Knight Returns. Oh yeah, I'll get to those. I don't know if Lupita Nyong'o has a shot to get in. However, she did get a SAG nod for it, and hopefully, I think it could help. Did Lupita get a SAG nod? Did the SAG nominations come out? No. Did the SAG nomination? Did she get in? Oh, she did. Oh yeah. Oh, this changes a lot, guys. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role. I totally forgot about the SAGs. I did not include that when it came down to my thing. Damn. Cynthia, Scarlett, Lupita, Charlize, and Renee all got in. Okay, this is actually the list we should be looking at personally. Holy shit. Yeah. She's probably gonna get in then. Or maybe. I usually go by the SAGs. Damn. I literally forgot that I overlooked a lot of this. Oh my, yeah, I forgot. I tweeted about this. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Yeah, wow. Lupita actually has a chance. Okay, so, but that makes me sad that Awkwafina isn't there. So that makes me feel Awkwafina and, what's it called? Source aren't going to get in. So, but Little Women's actually gotten more of a push the last couple of weeks. So same. And then Awkwafina just won the Golden Globe. So you have to also put that in. I still don't think Cynthia gets in. I think everyone else gets in, and then it's going to come down between Awkwafina and Saoirse Ronan. Let's get to Best Actor, guys. Best Actor is going to be kind of the one thing this is going to be an interesting one. So we have Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, Adam Driver for Marriage Story, Taron Egerton for Rocketman, DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory. So, first, let me say this. You see Adam Sandler right behind me in here. If Adam Sandler gets nominated for Uncut Gems, I'm going to flip the fuck out. I don't think he's going to get nominated, though. Like, at all. He ain't going to get the nomination, sadly, and that sucks, but I just know he's not going to get the nomination, which makes me even more sad because he should. Truly, for me, the best three performances of the year, Adam Sandler's top three. I think he was incredible in Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is one of the best films of this year, but there's something about his performance that I want Adam Sandler to do more stuff like this. I just don't think he's going to get the nomination. I 100% do not think he's going to get the nomination. It's very sad and disappointing to me. Eddie Murphy's another one that could get in for Dolomite. I wasn't the biggest fan of Dolomite. I liked Dolomite. I thought it was fine and good. It's not fine. It's good. And it's really entertaining. Eddie Murphy is excellent in Dolomite. But I think if he's going to get nominated, he's going to get nominated for Coming to America 2 next year. And Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes. Again, she's great. He's great in it. I love what he did inside The Two Popes. He was the best part about The Two Popes, in my opinion. So again, that comes down to, I think he has a major chance of getting in. But when it comes down, I think Phoenix and Taron Egerton are actually the straight up, I think they are the front runners for this. I think Taron, who knew Taron Egerton could come from like a May film and be here now to the Oscars. He also could get snubbed. He can completely get snubbed. I think DiCaprio could also get overlooked. But I think when it comes down to the ones that I'm very much sure on is Phoenix, Driver, and Taron getting in. I would be absolutely shocked if they don't. I see Jordan Morgan says George McKay maybe. I love if George McKay gets in. And same with Robert De Niro, anyone, Irishman. Robert De Niro is another one. I would love if Robert De Niro got into too. But I think these are truly the strongest performances of the male performance. De Niro's good, but I think he's overshadowed by Pesci and Pacino. And George McKay, he's great. And he could be a surprising one in there. He could, because I think when you look at Oscars, it's very rare when a film wins Best Picture and it doesn't have any acting awards. Any acting awards. So it's going to be very weird to see that for that, because if George McKay doesn't get nominated, I think 1917 is going to have a little bit of a harder chance of winning Best Picture. Even though it won the Golden Globe, I think it will have a little bit of a harder time in that whole department. And when you look at Banderas, DiCaprio, Taron, Driver, Phoenix, all these all these films are getting nominated for something. Pain and Glory, though, won't get Best Picture, but I mean, actually, I could be quite surprised in that part. But I really do think it comes down to, I mean, it's gonna be a tough year. I really want Adam Sandler in. I really want Adam Sandler to get in for Best Actor, but he won't. He won't. I already know how it's gonna be. He won't. He won't. He won't. And guys, thank you guys again. I know we're kind of like 27 minutes into this live streams or podcast. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining in into the live chat. This is one of my favorite things to do every week, is just get to relax back and have fun with you guys. I love doing more live content. I told you guys in 2020 that was my goal, was to do more live content. Of course, I kind of shifted my desk in a different perspective, so I have a better lighting, better the kind of background and everything for all these videos, and I'm going to be improving even more. So I got this set, and I got my other set for other filming. And again, I'm just excited. So thank you guys again so much for joining in. If you are watching this on a replay, guys, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are seriously all the best. And just again, hitting that like button, commenting on below, they all help me out. Sharing this video, sharing these, it helps me in the long run. And I just want to say a big thank you to you. And all for 38 people that are watching right now, thank you so much. So let's dive in. Again, I'm going to go back through these one more time once I'm at the end. So if you're joining in right now, don't worry. I will be going through everything that I've talked about and kind of giving like what I hope gets in and what I hope wins. Going into Best Director, we have Bong Joon-ho, Parasite, Sam Mendes, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino, and Greta Gerwig. I 100% think, again, they got to have... If Bong Joon-ho doesn't get nominated, wow. If Sam Mendes gets I mean, this seems like a pretty... The only one that I'm very much still iffy on is Greta Gerwig, because I think the three other people who are my honorable mentions that could get in is Todd Phillips, Taika Waititi, and Noah Baumbach. That's the truth. I think Noah's chances have gone a little bit out, though, personally, for me. I don't think he has as strong as a chance as he did when Marriage Story first came out. So I think it's going to end up coming down to Bong Joon-ho, Sam Mendes, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino, and most likely, I would say Greta Gerwig, but I won't be surprised if Todd Phillips gets in. I won't be surprised if Todd Phillips gets in. I don't personally think he should get in, even though I do love Joker. I always say I love Joker. I love Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, and I love the score in there. But I think Greta Gerwig deserves it because she took a property that was... She took an IP that I didn't give one shit about, and it made me like it. And I see in the chat, I saw a lot of people saying Bong's gonna win. I don't know. I think it's between Bong and Sam Mendes for winning. Bong Joon-ho should win. Honestly, for me, he should fucking win. I keep cussing, but you guys keep getting me so excited about movies, and when I'm talking about movies, I get so excited, and it just happens that whole entirety. I'll be happy if Gerwig, Phillips, or Waititi get in. I would too. If Waititi gets in, I'll be so happy. I think Baumbach is taking the 5th spot. If not, then Greta. I agree. Phillips over Greta would be really disappointing. I totally agree. I want Lulu Wang to get a... Oh my god, if Lulu Wang got it... No. You guys know how I feel about The Farewell. I love The Farewell. I want Adam Sandler to get a nomination so bad. He was great in Uncut Gems. If he doesn't get nominated, I won't watch. I've kind of said the same thing, but I'm kind of, like, when I look at this picture, like, I'm not, I won't be surprised if he doesn't win. Like, should I just leave this up to the camera the whole time, guys? Like, just have Adam Sandler? I don't think he's gonna get in, sadly, and I wish he would, but yeah, so I think my 5 picks would be Bong Joon-ho, Sam Mendes, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino, and Greta Gerwig. With the 3 honorable mentions, probably going to Taika, Noah Baumbach, or Todd Phillips, but I would say Todd Phillips probably has the strongest chance out of those 2. Now let's get to Best Picture. Best Picture... So these are the ones that I think will get in. So let's read them. 1917, Jojo Rabbit, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joker, Parasite, The Irishman. I think we're going to have 7 noms. But I think it could even go up to 8. Now, 7 nominations right there, and the 8 that I think the 8th film will probably be Little Women or Bombshell. I think one of those 2 has a strong chance of getting in. I know a lot of people don't like Bombshell, but Vice got in. I love the Vice, but again, kind of has that same mentality. And then movies I would love to see in here is Uncut Gems, Rocketman, and Toy Story 4. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Damn it, I sneezed. That's fun. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So the movies I would love to see in here are Toy Story 4, Uncut Gems, and Rocketman. I would freak out if they got in. They won't though. They won't. I mean, Rocketman probably has the strongest chance out of all three of those, but I mean, thank you. And I see someone just said bless you. Thank you so much. Best Picture. So, like I've said, I think 1917 will win if George McKay gets nominated. If he doesn't, 1917 doesn't win Best Picture. Dark horse in this category is Jojo Rabbit to win. I've been saying it since TIFF. Jojo Rabbit is the dark horse to win. But also, do not be shocked if Joker wins Best Picture. Do not be shocked if Joker wins Best Picture. Do not win. Do not be shocked if Joker wins Best Picture. I cannot say that enough. I think it's going to come down to Jojo and Joker will be the dark horses. Actually, I even think Jojo could get snubbed personally, but I hope not. I think the frontrunner right now is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And again, 1917 are the two frontrunners, but I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has it. It just seems like a perfect film to be hit into this category. I know another movie I'd love to see in here is The Farewell. I would freak out if The Farewell got in. Waves totally went underrated this whole year, but yeah, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is the front runner. Irishman's really close up there. Parasite is incredible. But yeah, I think it really comes down to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that is going to be my picks for the Oscar nominations. I'm going to go back through and go through my thing one more time, kind of go through some of the things, and then kind of dive into some news topics, and then go into your guys' live Q&A for the last part of this video. Again, guys, thank you guys again so much for watching. I see 36 of you guys are in here. It really means a lot to me every time you guys join in. I love doing this live content. I can't wait to go through the live chat. Kind of going through the live chat real fast before I go back through my nomination picks. I have Mary Alice and Joker Saul, but I don't even want it to get a Best Picture nom. I agree with you. I mean, it's going to. I think Phoenix is incredible. I think he should win the Oscar. The film was good. Jack Benner's I'll be happy if Once Upon a Time in Hollywood ends up winning Best Picture. Me too, man. Me too. I've said this. I posted on Twitter. Mark my words. If Once Upon a Time in Hollywood wins Best Picture, Tarantino will not direct another movie. He might write, but he will not direct another film. Dory says no Ford v Ferrari love for Best Picture. I love Ford v Ferrari. I don't think it gets in for Best Picture. I think the only thing I could see getting in is Christian Bale for an acting nom, and all the technical stuff from Ford will also get in. But I mean, it has a chance. I loved Ford v Ferrari, and I know, but some people felt like it wasn't the best. So I don't know how people are gonna sway within the Oscars. Hector Gonzalez, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is about the behind the scene aspects of Hollywood, and the Academy eats that stuff up 100%. Popbox, I disagree with you there. Hollywood was overrated as hell. Hey, you know what? My family felt the same thing. I love Hollywood, though. Dory, and Avengers Endgame and Shaft. You know, I agree. I think if this year wasn't so stacked, because I thought last year was one of the best years for film of this decade. If Endgame, I have, like, subtle grievances with a couple aspects of Endgame, but I do think there are certain things in there that should get nominated. And we'll go through there what I think should. I think it's going to get the technical stuff, just nothing else than that. I'm not a fan of when they nominate 8 films. I agree. They should just do 10. They should just do 10 for Best Picture. I don't know why. I get the whole voting and how it goes in. It's dumb. They should just do 10. It's dumb. And maybe it will be 10 this year, but I doubt it. So let's go in. I see someone said Bombshell sucks. Hey, you know what? I totally agree. And someone said, I hate how Honey Boy didn't get any. Dude, same. I saw Honey Boy again. That movie won me over even more. Loved Honey Boy, and Alma and Shia should be looked at for a nomination. That's just the truth. So let's go into my best cinematography. Again, I said 1917, The Irishman, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. A couple other ones that could get in there possibly is Avengers Endgame. Ford v Ferrari is another one that I could even see getting in there. And I think it's pretty great. And I see Austin Burke is also streaming at the same time. I love Austin Burke. Congrats to him. 50,000 subs. So does someone want to jump back into that live chat for him and tell him that Zach Pope wants to say a big thank you to him because he's an awesome dude. But yeah, and again, I see there are 39 of you guys with only 28 likes. Let's hit that like button. Come on, hit it, and I'll do my little bicep dance and have a little baby sipping the tea, Baby Yoda do the thing. But yeah, so 1917, The Irishman, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I think 1917 is the clear frontrunner for cinematography. Best score is 1917, Joker, Marriage Story, Little Women, and Us. I think Avengers Endgame has a very high possibility of getting in there. And yeah, that's the main one that I definitely could see getting in and winning. I think Joker's also the front runner though for this whole category. Marriage Story, I think we'll get in. I think these are the three locks. Little Women, I could see also getting in there, and Us too. Best anime feature: Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, Missing Link, How to Train Your Dragon, and I Lost My Body. Again, I have Toy Story 4 winning it still. Even though Missing Link did win. I saw Joseph. I'm so mad Parasite wasn't short. Same. Fucking stupid. Parasite. Again, I keep cussing, guys. Why have I gotta cuss? I gotta get it. I got my little ham piggy bank right here. I should just put a coin in for every single time I cuss. But again, out of all these features, Toy Story 4 is gonna be the one that I want to win. You guys know I love Toy Story 4, and yeah. And I see someone else also put Ad Astra should have gotten this for cinematography and even score. Such a shame. And visual effects. Facts line game. Visual effects is stupid. Best foreign film: Parasite, Pain and Glory, Les Mis, Atlantics, and someone told me Portrait of Lady Fire did not get in there, so that's not gonna get nominated. So I don't know what else will get in. That's the truth. That's the truth. Moving into best original screenplay, we have Knives Out, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and Booksmart. This is gonna be a great original screenplay right here. Personally for me, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is probably gonna be the one that wins, but don't be surprised if Knives Out comes in and wins, or Marriage Story, or Parasite, or even Booksmart. Booksmart could be the little dark horse in here. Really love that one. What would I love to see in there though? Would probably be Honey Boy. I'd love to see Shy get the nomination for a screenplay. Yeah, or Waves. Trey Edward Schultz's script for that was perfect. Best adapted screenplay would be Little Women, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, The Farewell, and The Two Popes. For me, Jojo Rabbit's probably gonna be the winner of this, or Little Women, one of the two, or even Farewell. I'd love the Farewell one. Some screenplays that I wish would get nominated also is Uncut Gems. Even Toy Story 4. I think Toy Story 4 was fucking written brilliantly. Next one would be Best Supporting Actress, which would be Laura Dern, Florence Pugh, Zhao, Margot Robbie, and Jennifer Lawrence. Again, I think this is the main stacked cast right inside there. This is who will most likely get in. I think, again, the only other one I could see getting in is Nicole Kidman for Bombshell. She was great in Bombshell. I just think these other actresses did a better job. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see that. Best Supporting Actor: Brad Pitt, Joe Pesci, Pacino, Hanks, and Sung Kang Ho, with Anthony Hopkins kind of being there. But I also think I think Downey should get in for Avengers Endgame. That's one that, if he doesn't get in, it's kind of disappointing. It's actually really disappointing if he doesn't get in, because I think he was incredible in Endgame and everything he's done for the MCU in general. And I know someone earlier in the chat said Chris Evans for Knives Out. That's another good choice as well. And it sucks that they put Daniel Craig for Best Actor, because I think he actually could have gotten in for Best Supporting. It's going to be a tough year. Best Actress: Renee Zellweger, Scarlett, Charlize Theron, Awkwafina. I still fully believe this will be the top 5. But again, I won't be surprised if Lupita, very happily won't be surprised. I will be very happy if Lupita gets in, or if Cynthia Erivo gets in for Harriet. Personally, the only one I'm worried about not getting in is Awkwafina at this point, because I think she deserves the Oscar nomination. And did you guys know Awkwafina was a rapper? I just discovered this like 2 days ago, that's how she started her career. Yeah, what can she not do? Going into Best Actor, we have Phoenix, Driver, Taron DiCaprio, and Banderas. But again, my heart goes, I want Adam Sandler to get a nomination. Doesn't mean I want him to win, but I would love for him to get a nomination. De Niro could easily sneak his way in there. Don't think he will. Jonathan Pryce could sneak his way in there, and same with Eddie Murphy. That's the truth. Best Director: Bong Joon-ho, Sam Mendes, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino, and Greta Gerwig, with Todd Phillips probably being the one that sneaks in there and kicks Greta Gerwig out. Could be completely wrong in that, but that's how I'm looking at it. And Best Picture: 1917, Jojo Rabbit, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joker, Parasite, Irishman, and Little Women, with movies I'd love to see: Toy Story 4, Uncut Gems, Rocketman, and The Farewell, also being placed inside there. And I do plan on doing a video on I have 2 other Oscar videos to do. Once the full list comes out tomorrow, well, of course, I'm going to be doing my live reaction to that. So be up with me at 6 a.m. tomorrow, because I'll be going live around there before they start doing it, and then I'll give my full reaction. But one other thing I want to put out there and preface is I would love to see, I want to do a video on films that they didn't even get Oscar love at all, that should have. And of course, I also want to dive into my Oscar, my final, like, what am I gonna pick? Like, what's gonna win? And then, if you guys want to, I would love to do this. I will take the night off from work and actually record my reaction to each person winning. That would be kind of fun, I'm kind of thinking. So keep that in mind. If you guys want that type of video from me, I wouldn't mind doing it. I'm not going to live stream 3 hours of me sitting here, though. That's way too much long, and I can barely sit for more than an hour and a half. But so keep that in mind. Paolo says, if they go 9, what is your 9th pick? Bombshell. I don't think Bombshell should get in, but Bombshell. Yeah, Bombshell or Little Women are the kind of the two that are kind of rating on the surface. And then I see Mary Lou, yes, Patreon supported from mine. Thank you, Mary Lou. Do it. Like Palpatine would say, just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. That's the whole thing. And also, honestly, Best Picture as well. I would love to see Endgame get in. It's kind of the end of the Infinity Saga, so it'd be cool in that part to see it get in as well. So that is my choices for it. It's gonna be a little bit fun in that part. Let's go through the news topics for a little bit. One thing I did was I'm starting to do more news content on separate videos, and one of the things that we got was Penguin. First look at Penguin for Batman. We also got a rumor that the Batmobile and Batman suit will be out in the next couple of weeks, which would be fucking cool. I cannot wait to see what goes on in those entireties. And yeah, I just want to kind of run through there. I really like those issues, and I'm really curious to see how that all goes. Next thing we have is Nicholas Hoult has been casted in Mission Impossible 7. I think it's 7 now, right? Maybe 8. No, I think it's 8. It's Mission Impossible 8 and 9. Really all for this Mission Impossible. This cast is getting stacked. Better Call Saul Season 3 and Ozark Season 3 finally get their release dates. Very excited about both of those. Those are two of my favorite shows on the internet. Or not even internet. In cable. And I'm just dying to see all those. And I have one more news topic to kind of get about. I didn't make a video about this, but I'm going to talk about it right now. So before we get to this last topic, start firing in your questions into the live chat, because once I'm done with this, I'm going to go straight into the live chat, and then this Popecast is over, guys. So make sure to throw in every single thing into that live chat. I don't want to miss a single question. Let's get as many as we possibly can in there. And again, hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are new here. And I see Zane TV, Damn You, and Austin both live right now. I don't know who to watch. Watch us both. But in reality, maybe watch one of us and watch one of us on the back thing. So the last thing I want to talk about is the Collider issues. There is no things that the Collider has had some issues this week. And now I'm not going to bash them. Like, a business is business. I kind of get the whole situation in that whole entirety. And I am kind of... It just sucks to see Movie Talk, Collider Live, all those shows go down. Because I watched each and every one of them. They inspired me to do stuff like this. And... I get it from a business decision. I can get what they were going for. I just kind of sucks, to say the least, to see all these people. So do make sure to go support, like, Roxy Stryer, Mark Riley, Coy Jandrew, Roca. All these people did such hard work at Collider, and I can't wait to see what they do with the 4-year consideration. What Perry, Scott Mance, and Snyder have been doing with that show, I love. And I'm just excited about it in its whole entirety. So let's keep that thing with the Collider issues again. No harsh things with it at all. I get what they're doing. So let's get into the questions, guys. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this. It really does mean a lot to me. So let's get into this. I'm gonna kind of going through the chat. A lot of you guys are in here, kind of giving you great Oscar predictions. Movie Central: The Lion King was a visual masterpiece. It was visually great. I just thought it was a little disappointing. I thought The Irishman could win at one point, but it can't. Yeah, no, I think The Irishman's still getting pushed the most. Like, it feels like Netflix pushes all these movies out, say, hey, look at our movies. And then they see which one gets the most credit. And they're like, yeah, we're going to choose that one. Jacob Jew, Zach, a question. What is your opinion about Best Director and Best Film? What is the difference between those two categories? The director made the film right. That is totally true. I mean, truly, if whoever wins Best Director should also win Best Film, but it seems like the last 2 years they've been giving it to two separate people. I also think it depends on the scope of the movie. So like for say like 1917, the scope of that film is huge. So of course I think that film would be looked at as more of Sam Mendes is like, this is his direction, this was his vision, he had it set out. And for film wise, I mean, you could look at the 1917 and its whole entire scope as well, but when you look at, I think it's the films that made us, that we love the most. And I think, weirdly enough, the last few years, it's been films that we wouldn't want to study too much. but maybe films that we didn't care about. Like one film in particular that I wouldn't mind rewatching, or in general, like Green Book won last year, and that's not a film you study, but I liked it. It was entertaining. I think this year's the same thing. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood isn't a movie that I would pretend. I mean, I would probably study it because there's so many things that Tarantino throws into movies. But if he was to win, then that's kind of how I would look into it. Justice Hunt, dude. Yes. I find it always strange if the director does not win. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying. Also personally love Bombshell. Nice. Hydra Gonzalez, Austin, Zach are both kings. Oh well, thank you. William Clark, I do want Endgame to get in for Best Picture just for the culmination, but maybe down the line Kevin Feige could get an achievement award. I think Kevin Feige will get that achievement award eventually. I just don't think this will be his year. Here's a like for you, man. Thank you so much. Smash that like button. Yes, you are right. Love the content that Austin puts out. Me too. Austin's great. Freddie Gray, should Little Women really get so much love even though it was a good movie? It is far from original. It is tired and true formula. Only a real idiot could have messed that up. Honestly, though, Greta Gerwig changed the format up for that movie. I've never really watched the other adaptations. When you look at them, they're completely different format. And I mean, the thing that she did so well in this film was the fact that she made it accessible for someone who does not care for that story. A film I understand that would not get in, but I just want to get a shout out for absolute beautiful cinematography is El Camino. You hit the nail on the head. El Camino was great. I think Hildur gets score. Probably I'm so mad Parasite wasn't shortlisted. Me too. Joker score was amazing. Ad Astra, Glass of Shuju to get nominated for Best Original Song. I hope so. That was a great song. Ad Astra. For me, The Rise of Skywalker deserves Best Score. If it wasn't for the problems of the movie as a whole, I think it would get a nom. I mean, not bad movies, but movies that aren't critically appraised do get nominations. That's just the truth. I mean, Harriet's most likely going to get a nomination, and I didn't feel like a lot of critics liked it. I hated Booksmart. Man, that sucks. I loved it. Dory, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will win Best Screenplay, but I'm rooting for Parasite. Me too. I want Bong to walk home with an award other than just Best Foreign Film. Honey Boy deserves so much better. Totally agreed. I think Honey Boy it premiered at Sundance, and I think that's a movie that should have came out closer to Sundance's release. Just because... And one, Amazon didn't really even push it this year. Amazon has an issue pushing their movies. Like, Beautiful Boy should have been nominated and it wasn't. I can't wait to see Florence Pugh and Black Widow. Me too. Phoenix better snatch that Oscar. I guess we'll see. What time do the nominations officially come out tomorrow? So tomorrow I think it's 6:18 or 5:18. You guys are gonna have to look that up because I know it's 6:18 a.m. for me. So I know that's for me. I dig the shirt, Zach. Thank you so much. Got it as a Christmas gift. Zach, what do you think? What do you think to release the JJ cut? I don't think it's real. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I think the Snyder cut's more of an accessible. And I saw someone ask me to make a video about it. I want to do a video. Like I said, I want to do more news content. And JJ cut is something I want to do, but there's no plausible evidence yet that it is a real thing. Now, if Variety were to come out with an article, I'm doing it like that. And then I saw someone said to do Mandalorian predictions. I do plan on actually doing videos for The Mandalorian when more news starts surfacing, set photos, predictions, especially what Skywalker character is going to show up. That's stuff that I'm kind of saving for a future video that I will be doing soon. The Batman looks really dope, absolutely. Mission 6 is Fallout. Thank you. So Mission Impossible 7 is next year, which is going to be awesome. Next year's going to have an awesome year for everything. Zach, what do you think to release the Oh, yeah, I already see that. Predictions, just address that. 1917 or Parasite, which one is better? I love Parasite more, but 1917, it's a tough one. The Batman, this flew by, damn. Batman Mission Impossible 7 and Summer, so hyped. Yeah, Batman's my most anticipated film for the next 2 years. Did you see the budget for Tenet? Wake me up when that movie is out. Thank you. No, what is budget for Tenet? What is the budget for Tenet? Holy shit, $225 million? Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my god. Thoughts on Black Widow so far? Very much excited for it. There's nothing more to it. I'm excited for that movie. I think the preferential ballot will help Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Totally agree. Zach, what do you think to release the JJ cut? Oh, yeah, I already said that. Which actor are you excited to see the most in Batman? Robert Pattinson. Done deal. And Paul Dano. Paul Dano's the Riddler is a good choice. The Dark Knight or Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which is better? I like Terminator 2 Judgment Day more. Dark Knight is probably a better made movie, but Dark Knight's actually not even my favorite Batman movie. Yeah. I just discovered Collider a month ago, so it was sad to find them lose it. I do love For Your Consideration. Me too. For me, it's Paul Dano as the Riddler. Great choice. Man, Zach, I'm with you. AMC and Collider movie talk is what inspired me as a movie fan. Totally agree. What are you? I don't get that. Cats should be nominated. No, it should not. It should be thrown away. Guy Fieri should host. No. What did you enjoy the most about Parasite? I enjoyed how entertaining it was and how Bong was able to keep me intrigued the whole time. I think Jojo Rabbit will win Best Picture because it's a crowd pleaser. And you know what? You are right in that. It has a chance. Shape of Water and Green Book. Hey, Zach, finally made it to live. Love your channel. Thank you so much, man. Jeff, thank you. My favorites so far: Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Jojo, Knives Out, Brittany Runs a Marathon, Uncut Gems, Ad Astra, Joker, and The Farewell. Great choices. Don't even forget 1970 had a big influence of Dunkirk. It's a little sad for Dunkirk if 1917 wins all the big prizes, but that is just my opinion. I love Dunkirk. That was just a very stacked year. And again, this same year stacked. I don't think 1917 wins Best Picture, though. I really don't. I love 1917. I just have a feeling it won't. Your thoughts on Alita sequel banner flying at the Oscar ceremonies? Is that a thing happening? I mean, it's cool. I love how passionate people can get about. Shouldn't we put this money towards Australia? I mean, I really do think it's cool how supportive people are about Alita. I love the first Alita. I had a lot of issues with it, especially with the relationship, but I want a sequel. I think there's enough potential in that world. Why wouldn't Lighthouse or Uncut Gems be nominated for Best Picture? Because A24, I love A24. I just don't think they're good at sucking, or not sucking. I don't think they're good at marketing a lot of their films. When Moonlight won, that was a big surprise, because it came out of nowhere. So for me, and Uncut Gems has been very much talked about. It's one of the highest grossing films that A24's ever had. I think The Lighthouse for me, though, again, another great movie. It's just, other than film, no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. So it's tough. Why wouldn't they be? Because the A24 doesn't push them as hard, and I just think Academy voters don't want to sit through those two movies. That's just the truth. I hope How to Train Your Dragon will win Best Anime Feature. Me too. All right, and now I want Toy Story 4 to win. You almost got me there. I like the movie, but I'd rather have a Toy Story 4 win. But I won't be pissed if it wins. Who will go to the Super Bowl? To be honest, I don't even know who. I was in a fantasy football and I've given up because I sucked in it. So I don't even know who's going to the Super Bowl this year. So whatever teams you want to go, I'd hope for you to win. Thomasin McKenzie is more worthy of a nomination for Thomasin McKenzie's great. I actually got to meet her in person. She was fantastic. I loved her. Super shy, but I loved her. And I don't want to bother watching 1917 because I'm not a fan of Sam Mendes. Ooh, you should. You should watch the 1917. It's incredible. Always give a director a different chance. What movies are you hoping to get Super Bowl previews for? What movies are coming out this year? Let's look at movies. I'm going to take 2 more questions after that one too, by the way. So make them good. So let's see what movies are coming out this 2020. So I think we'll probably get a Tenet. We'll probably get a Top Gun. Fast and Furious. Ghostbusters. Bill and Ted. Jungle Cruise or Artemis Fowl. The Kingsman. And probably Godzilla versus King of Monsters. I think that's when we're going to finally get that look at it. So yeah, those are my... And don't be surprised if Coming to America doesn't drop a trailer, a little teaser on that date too, because that'd actually be a pretty good one. Venom 2 is another big one that could possibly get it too, so a lot of good ones. Usually we only get 3 big ones. Let's see. I think Vicky Creeps from Phantom Thread or Valerie Preach from Hidden should play ScarJo's character. I don't get that one. Oh, Dune. Dune's another one. Dune can get a trailer from that too. I think Dune will get one by Tenet though. Prologue of Tenet was, by the way, awesome. Can't wait to see it. Favorite moment in a David Fincher movie? Ooh. I mean, I have two in particular that always stick out to me. One from Social Network when Andrew Garfield comes up and tells him to flips off Jesse Eisenberg's character. That guy was robbed of an Oscar nomination. And Gone Girl, when you find out the twist in it with the wife. Just brilliant. Will any women be nominated for Best Director? Greta deserves to, but she wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe. When I look at the Oscars, they're going to nominate. They're going to try and be more diverse or else they get shit on. So I think Greta Gerwig does get the nomination. Favorite movie scene ever? You say that. Wolf of Wall Street always pops in my head. Gone Girl, the bad scene's another good one. I'm going to read Paolo's and then we're done. I'm going to use this time to shamelessly promote The Americans. Everyone slept on that TV show. Yeah, I did too. Oh, okay. Most anticipated games of this year. What games are coming out this year? This will be my last one because I didn't do a video on this one. This is a big year for games. So for me, there's two games in particular that I'm like, I'm probably gonna take time off for. First one's Last of Us Part 2. I love the first Last of Us. It's one of my favorite video games of all time. But that's a game that I'm just dying to play, and see where that story went. And the other one is Cyberpunk 2077. I love The Witcher. I think The Witcher is one of the best games, or The Witcher 3 is one of the best games ever created. And Cyberpunk 2077 just looks outsane. But I'm also excited for the new Halo. Wasn't impressed with the last one. Hopefully this one gets me back in. Dying Light 2, the new Final Fantasy, Doom Eternal. Those look great. Resident Evil 3, kind of going through this list. Psychonauts 2, finally getting that. That's insane to me. But yeah, those seem to be the ones. And the thing that's always fun is, I mean, when what's it called? When games come out, it's cool because we get like E3 will add a couple more to our list that we want to see. And that new Jar Jar Martin game, I don't know if it's coming out this year, but I'm excited. And I know some people are probably wondering, will I be watching, will I be getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One first? I'm going to plan on getting both because I want both, and I love video games, even though I don't play enough. Someone said God of War 5. I don't think it's coming out this year. It's not even officially announced. I think they're going to save God of War 5 for next year, 100%. They're going to save God of War 5, but I could be surprised. I actually won't, if I'm talking about surprises this year, if I'm talking about gaming surprises, I won't be surprised if Spider-Man gets a sequel this year for the PS5. Calling it right now. I think it's going to get a sequel for God of War. So, just saying, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. You guys are seriously all the best. I have a blast doing the Popecast every single week with you guys live. Do make sure to be awake with me around 6 a.m. Pacific. Well, I think it's Mountain Standard Time. I don't know, but whenever the Oscars are going and doing their nominations, I will be awake because, yeah, you guys deserve all that content. So thank you guys again so much for watching this. You guys are seriously all the best. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure if you're catching this on the replay to hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you want to catch this on audio, make sure to go down to the Good Boys Podcast link down below where I do tons of Good Boys podcasts and other sorts of stuff like that over on that channel on a daily basis. Thank you guys again. Thank you to Sandwich on Films for promoting this video. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Thank you for joining me. And of course, until next time, stay classy.